My name is Brad Bailey. I'm standing here in the middle of Los Angeles with three intelligent, college-educated African-American men who are responding to CNN's new special, Black in America. They're basically watching the program and giving their thoughts into what they think is the experiences of black men and women in America today. So hopefully you can take a look.
My name is Jackson Sowell. I live in Studio City, which is just north of Hollywood, Los Angeles. I'm originally from Shaker Heights, Ohio, which is a suburb of Cleveland.
Okay, and so what was your thoughts on CNN's Black in America special this evening?
Well, I thought it was basically scratching the surface of the true African American experience, which, you know, I can understand how it will be difficult to really get in depth into it on CNN in such a short span of time. But I think it mainly gives an idea for non-African Americans, because what was said is what's known already by most African Americans. This is an experience that we know every day. There's certain pieces that I may not have as much of an experience with because it's not my socioeconomic place, but it's not far away. I can understand it. So I think this caters more towards a non-African American environment and viewing audience, which I think is good, because it's good to have an idea of other people and other people's experiences.
And do you think you learned anything different by watching this today? Did you learn anything new from watching the special on CNN's Black in America?
Didn't learn anything new. I don't think I learned anything new. Maybe little side notes about, I guess something that sticks into my mind is the woman in Brooklyn, or no, in Harlem, who was talking about she didn't have access to fresh foods. And I think that it shows that some people are lazy, or were lazy to a point before, and now they're in a situation where they aren't physically able to do it. And so it's not necessarily something new to me, but it's a prime example of something that I thought, but it just shows it on a national stage that these people are right there. That if they had showed some sort of effort before, they wouldn't be in that situation now. And so I guess no, it didn't really show me anything new, but it just showed me on TV something that I only thought before.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Jackson. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
I would like to. I look forward to seeing more of these episodes and seeing if they delve deeper into some of the more the heart of the issue. Because I understand that these issues aren't, since they're trying to touch on so many different things, they're just going to throw a little bit of tidbit here and there. But I think it would be a lot more valuable is if they, if CNN really delved deep into an issue to know the core of it. Because some of these issues are things we're trying to change to make better. And you can't change anything if you don't know where it comes from.
My name is Savalas Culbert. I live in Westwood, California, and I'm originally from Athens, Georgia.
Okay, and so Savalas, you watched CNN's Black in America today. What was your opinion about it?
Well, looking at it, I thought that at first that it was looking on the surface level, but you know what? I really found that they did show more than one sector of the African American community, and I think saying African American is a more definitive, more defines more closely of the people they're talking about. Because being black in America, there are a lot of different blacks. There are people who are directly from Africa, and it's a different mentality. And I think that this whole piece was mentality based.
So what type of people then do you think it talked about that you liked?
They not only showed the African Americans who are living in poverty, but they also showed middle class African Americans and upper middle class African Americans. They showed the lady, was Chris Turner, the writer, who lives in Beverly Hills, California. So it's showing a different lifestyle of it. And I think that a lot of pieces have gone toward that to put a clearer, rounder picture of it. And I'm very glad that they put that in there.
And so how does that relate to you then? What do you think personally? How did you personally benefit from seeing that on screen?
Well, I personally benefited, and as anyone else would benefit from it, is looking at that, hey, we're not just one set group. We're not all rappers. We're not all from the hood. as you put it. There are people who are from middle class America, upper middle class America, people who, young African Americans and African Americans who are set in a path that college is part of their path, that education is a part of their life. Showing of various levels instead of looking at African Americans are the hip hop culture. That not everyone was raised on hip hop. Not everyone's from the hood. Not everyone knows about the ghetto. And it's good to show that part of it, but it's also good to show that not all African Americans are from one general area. Of course, we all came from ancestors who were enslaved.
Middle class success personally, how has that whole experience defined you? Do you think how has that defined you in your own pursuit of your own dreams in your own life?
Well, it showed me that there are various outlets, that I have more options, and I know for a fact that I was presented with more options growing up. There was one situation with a young man in there who was getting paid to get higher grades on tests. And with that situation, he was giving his father a portion of his what he made on the test to put toward their utility bills. This young man has certain things to worry about, paying the utility bill or having to move from school to school, situations that I didn't have to worry about as a child. And therefore, I was able to focus more on education. So they presented some families who have certain issues that they have to worry about. So that does affect the upbringing of the child. That does affect the lifestyle that the child is choosing. A child sees, what's that song, Be Careful of Things You Say, Children Will Listen. A child grows up and he copies what goes on around him. And he usually follows that trend. Unless someone breaks that trend, then the child won't know that there are other options. And it's a good thing that the gentleman from, I believe he's from Harvard, he came into the school and he worked with the students and showed them the
As you can see, in a small room with a small group of people, you're going to get a wide-ranging ideas about what it means to be black in America, in addition to different reactions about CNN's special Black in America. In my own opinion, I thought the documentary was great. I thought Soledad O'Brien did a great job. But I think that there still needs to be much more of a discussion about the causes for some of the problems going on that the documentary focused on. And so again, we're really going to start getting more of these discussions as we start seeing potentially a new black first lady, a potential new black first children in the White House, really changing people's ideas of what race and power and all these things mean. My own experience coming from South Georgia, having attended Yale, I've had a lot of opportunities. My grandparents, who only had a 5th grade education, never had the opportunity to have. It's obvious that there's progress, but still, even I get my own daily lesson about what it still means sometimes when I'm walking down the street in Los Angeles, down my own street, which happens to not have that many minorities, and you start getting different looks and reactions from people late at night when they don't know you. So again, I think that this is a great discussion, and it's great to be able to have these discussions all the time. So my name is Brad Bailey. I'm here in Los Angeles, and it was great to have you here today. Take care.